Okay, good morning. If you started watching my previous live a few minutes ago, we were having some sound issues, so we just deleted that and we're going to do a take two. So, life happens. So, good morning. Happy Wednesday. I'm excited for you to join me today to share an announcement that I have for you all. So, my name is Carrie Postal. I own Abacus Business Solutions, and we help business owners, construction businesses, subcontractors to know, understand, and trust their numbers. At the end of the day, you are in business to make money, right? I know that because after doing this for 10 years, every single business owner we have worked with wants to make money. They want to improve their profit. They want to take their business to the next level. So we wanted to share an opportunity today to help you do that as well. So I want you to stop and think for a second about what you do. If you have an electrical business, a plumbing business, HVAC, maybe you're a general contractor, then you started that business because that's something that you are good at. You have that skill set, you have that certification, you have that qualification, and you have a passion for doing that as well. You didn't just wake up one morning and thought, oh, I'm going to start a plumbing company. I really don't know anything about plumbing or anything, but I'm just going to start it anyway. No, you started it because it's something that you know how to do, you know that you're good at. And so that comes into every area of your business. So, the reason that you're making the money in the business is because of your skill set, plumbing, electrical, whatever it might be. But you may not be an expert in the number side of your business, and that's okay. If you were an expert in numbers, then you would have become an accountant instead. But you started a business in electrical, plumbing, whatever it might be, because that's where your skill set and your passion is. And that's totally fine. That's exactly where people need to be in the area that they do their best at. So think about this. Would you expect me, as an accountant, to go into a house and try and rewire it, or put in, renovate a bathroom and redo the plumbing? No, that's something I'm not even going to attempt to do. We actually just renovated our house a couple of years ago, and I hired all the experts to come in and do the jobs because there was no way that me or my husband were going to even attempt to do anything electrical, even if it was just replacing a light. Wasn't going to do it. There was no way I was going to tear out an entire bathroom and put in a new bathroom. That's just not my skill set. It's something I don't enjoy doing, and I know that I'm not good at it, and I would make a complete mess. So I hired the experts. So when it comes to your business and when it comes to the numbers side of knowing how much money you're making, hopefully, or maybe losing and you don't realize, that's when you also need to be hiring the experts as well, so that you know that the reports you're looking at make sense. They're accurate. They're telling you exactly how your business is performing. You're not basing the performance of your business as to how much money you have or maybe don't have in your bank account. You're reading your reports. But as in everything, garbage in, garbage out. If you don't do a good job on your project and you do something wrong, as an electrician, then you could have, as an electrician, you could have a major issue of creating a fire, a short in the circuit, whatever it might be. There might be an issue. So you've got to make sure that the work is being done correctly to make sure you get a good result, right? That just makes sense. But it's the same when it comes to your numbers as well. People think because 2 + 2 = 4 that they can do their accounting. But in accounting, we're talking debits and credits. And that's where it gets confusing because your QuickBooks file, you're putting in an expense, you're putting in a receipt, and it does all that debit credit stuff in the background. And when you don't understand what's going on in the background, when you get a mistake or an error, or you've got a different kind of transaction that you have to enter, then all of a sudden it's not as easy as you thought. And that's okay. You're not an accountant. You're not expected to know how QuickBooks works inside out, upside down, back to front. You're not expected to know debits and credits. But you are, as a business owner, expected to have accurate, up-to-date financials so that you know exactly how your business is doing, that you can get your tax returns filed at the end of the year and know that they are right and that you're either paying the money that you owe and it's the right amount of money and you're not going to have the IRS chasing you. So it all comes back to making sure you have the expert doing the job that they are the expert in. So just like I wouldn't rewire my house or do a plumbing job at my house, I don't expect business owners to be able to do that accounting themselves and to be doing it right and accurate and have it up to date all the time. It may not be a priority because you're busy running your business and maybe you're spending those Friday nights trying to get your QuickBooks file up to date. Maybe you have somebody in your office who's doing it for you that said like, oh yeah, I can do QuickBooks, but they really didn't understand what's going on in the whole bookkeeping accounting side. They just think that they can enter everything into QuickBooks and it will just work. So Here at Abacus, what we do is we are very detail oriented. We look through the QuickBooks files. We can see the errors. We can see what's gone incorrectly, what hasn't gone incorrectly. We can see by looking at your profit and loss sheet and looking at your balance sheet exactly, what's going on. Is everything in the right place? We often find that there's balance sheet items that are on the P&L and P&L items that are on the balance sheet. And when you have that stuff going on, you don't have accurate numbers. You don't know how your business is performing. So we are here today to offer you what we call our diagnostic review. So what that is we will take a look at your QuickBooks file. We'll take a look at the P&L report. We'll take a look at the balance sheet. We'll take a look at your chart of accounts, make sure that is set up correctly as well. We're going to look for consistency throughout your file as well, because you want to make sure when you're looking at report month to month that you've got the consistency in the posting. And then we're going to give you a full report of our findings. We're going to let you know exactly what is going on in your file, what needs to be updated, what needs to be corrected. And so when you do this diagnostic review, just like you would do when you go to a home or a commercial building to give a proposal on a job you're going to do, you're looking to see what's working right, what isn't right, what needs to be updated, what needs to be corrected. That's exactly what we're doing in our diagnostic review, but on your QuickBooks file. So when we've done that review, you can then be able to be confident, like, okay, I know this now needs to be done. And then you can look at the proposal that we will give you, which is called a renovate and update proposal. And then you can then proceed with that and then confidently know that at the end of that project, you have an up-to-date QuickBooks file. And then we can then talk about ongoing month-to-month services, so we can keep your file up to date and corrected so that you know exactly how your business is performing, what's working, what isn't working, how much are you spending on expenses, what is your actual revenue coming in. All of that information, you will have that, and you will get a monthly meeting and be able to ask those questions. But just as a business owner, you can just rest assured that your numbers are right, that you can confidently grow your business and take it to the next level. So we are opening up just 3 spots right now for this diagnostic review. It's not a quick, jump in a file for half an hour and get it done. It's a big project, and we normally charge $1,000 for this diagnostic review. But we're going to open up 3 spots, and we're going to do a special pricing for those 3 spots, and it's only going to be $600. So this is a huge discount. We don't do this very often, but we want to make sure that you as a business owner know your numbers. So if you would like one of those 3 spots, jump in below, put a comment on expert, or you can send me a direct message if you prefer. The only thing is that we ask that this diagnostic review is not for general contractors and subcontractors who are doing less than $500,000 in annual revenue. But if you are doing more than $500,000, if you want to know your numbers, if you want to grow your business, if you want to increase your profit, then this is for you. This is an opportunity that you need to jump on. Those spots will fill up quickly. So comment expert below, send me a direct message, and then we can get you signed up for the diagnostic review so you can be confident in your numbers and then make more profit.